Welcome back to Hutchinson, Kansas in the Hutchinson Sports Arena. We have just concluded game 16 at the end of day 3. Probably the most enjoyable game we've had so far. A lot of energy as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons defeat Chipola in a close one, 78-71. You guys had a 20-point lead at one point. Chipola made it close. They fought till the end. Too much Blue Dragons. We're joined by assistant coach Eric Nitschke. Coach, thanks for joining us. How does it feel to be in the Elite Eight?
It feels great. You know, we, like you just said. I mean, the Chipola's a blue blood. I mean, when you make it this far, you're there for a reason, and they, they were just. We came out hitting shots. I mean, traditionally, we're talking 3-4 years ago, we run and gun the threes. That's really not who we were, but the style that Chipola plays, if you're gonna have any shot, you're gonna have to make some shots. And coming out, whatever we were, 3 for our first 4 for our first 5, and then being up 20. I mean, the whole deal defensively against them. I mean, they're grown men on that glass. So we're gonna. I mean, they got their run in the second half was 90% of it was second and third shots. I mean, they were climbing the glass on us. I thought when it mattered most, a couple of our forwards really bucked up and made plays, and just, it was a grown man's game in that paint.
I wanted to ask you about your point guard, J.P. Ricks. He played all 40 minutes tonight. He had 14 points. He had 3 big threes, and some of those were big kind of momentum changers, but 10 assists.
Yep.
No turnovers. 10 assists, no turnovers, hitting threes, playing great defense. Talk a little bit about what J.P. Ricks means to the Blue Dragons.
You know, Coach DeSalm's been on him. We have rode him in every way possible to just be. He calls him QB1. You know, the way the JUCO season's so long, but we kid him all the time. And we haven't been shooting it great some nights, but there's a lot of nights where he should have 10 assists. You know, the shots aren't going down. But back to your deal, he's just got such a calming manner of him that's so even keel, that keeps the rest of the guys' heads where they need to be. You know, and a little ace in the hole there. I mean, he played Chipola however many times last year, being at Tallahassee. I mean, I was hiding out there in the rafters a year ago and watching J.P. Ricks guard Jason Edwards in the Elite Eight. You know, so it's one of those things where the familiarity came into play, I think, really big tonight. You know, and going over like where Coach had him on the scout and just everything, he was a calming effect that really settled us in overall.
Coach, speaking about a calming effect, Landon Wagler, probably MVP of the game, 22 minutes, 20 points, just looked composed, like it wasn't a big deal. Like, don't worry, guys, I'm just gonna make these shots. It's fine.
Yeah. 7-9.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, it could not happen to a greater young man. I mean, he's a 3rd, 4th generational player here. I mean, he has an uncle that his dad played here. His mom and dad actually met here. His younger brother's a big-time player up in Kansas City. But Landon's just grown so much. I mean, and that could not have happened to a better kid. I mean, he's the epitome of what. I mean, he's an RA. He's the epitome of what you want your son to be if you have one, you know. And
that crowd sounded a little louder when the ball went through the hoop for him on some of those threes.
No, a great-grandfather, I'll probably butcher this, but a great-grandfather that was in charge of this tournament for many years. So and he's always been that. A year ago, he's not the most athletic, but he just knows how to play. And against Chipola, that zone, I mean, whether it's mid-range, 3, if they're pressing you, I mean, he's one of those guys you want out there just to decision make. You know, he's like YMCA. You want him on your team. I mean, he is just he's a ball player with all kinds of IQ and instincts.
Well, Coach, enjoy this one. Great win tonight for the Blue Dragons. It's a short turnaround. Yeah. You get Connor State tomorrow in the Elite Eight, who knocked off Salt Lake. So another tough test for the Blue Dragons. But you got a wonderful crowd behind you, and you got a great basketball team. Excited to see what you do tomorrow night.
That was I mean, I could not second that enough. The crowd in here was unbelievable. You know, 2 years ago, almost from the day, but we beat Connors, but then Chipola got us, and they took the crowd out of it really early 2 years ago. They also had Naquan Tomlin and that, but no, Connor State is. We were in and out watching, getting ready for our game. watch the film tonight, tomorrow. They're a really good team, really well coached. I mean, Coach Muse and his son have been here a lot of times, so it'll be a dogfight. And like we started this, if you're in the Elite Eight in this tournament, you're legit. So.
100%.
No Cinderellas. This is a big
No
boy
doubt.
basketball.
No doubt.
Coach, enjoy this one with your team. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everything you do for.
Right. Appreciate you, Coach.
all
Good
that
luck.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Coach Eric Nitschke with the Hutchinson Blue Dragons. That concludes Day 3 of the NJCAA National Tournament. We now know the Elite Eight. So let me tell you what's going to happen tomorrow, folks. We have an exciting day of basketball. We're going to kick things off with Northwest Florida, last year's national runner-up, versus the number 1 seed, Barton. After that, number 7, Triton is going to take on number 2, South Plains. And then today's winners, number 13, Odessa versus number 5, Indian Hills. Number 19, Connors will take on these number 11 seeded Hutchinson Blue Dragons. Brandon, how excited are you for this Elite Eight?
You know, it's so interesting. Just kind of the way that these ended up being matched up. You've got Northwest Florida, this high-flying, high-powered offense when they want to really get going. Well, Barton would also like to play like that. So that's going to be really interesting to see when you have two teams that just want to get out and go. You've got Triton, who with the firm shoots the ever-loving everything out of it. South Plains with arguably the National Player of the Year. Their own high-flying, tough, shoot-it, get-it-done guard in Jabari McGee. You've got Odessa that wants to just maul you and grind that thing into the ground.
In a loving leeway bucket.
For sure. Indian Hills, who, kind of came out really slow and sleptwalked through the first half, but they can really get out and be long and athletic and go. And which of those, paces is going to take control there. And then you've got this upstart Connors team, which, if we had to pick a, quote, Cinderella, I guess at this point would probably be Connors. They were an honorable mention in the polls coming into this, though I think we all knew that they were quite a bit better than that.
Yes.
Against what is going to be an unbelievable home crowd here for Hutch.
This is another, Rocky going into Russia, taking on Drago, right? You won't even, if Connors has fans, you won't be able to hear them, because the crowd is certainly going to be a Hutchinson crowd. It's going to be a great day of junior college basketball tomorrow. It's been an awesome day today. I can't wait to get into Day 4 and see what it brings. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more great coverage of the NJCAA men's tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas, where it's been held at the Sports Arena every year since 1949. Have a great night.